Hello and welcome back to another Witcher lore video. I know I promised you a video about Queen Meve, but there are a lot of things to cover there and it would take a bit longer. So I decided to make a comeback with a video about one of the most curious monsters of the Witcher world, the Foglet. They are thin and tall with long fingers and sharp strong nails, so sharp that it can cut through armor. Their eyes and mouth glow, which is sign of them not being your everyday monster. Foglets are magical creatures in a sense, but more on that later. As the name suggests, these mysterious beings are interconnected with fog. They live in swamps, forests and mountains and use the fog to hide and lure their prey. What's interesting though is that if there is no natural fog, they can conjure it magically. When there is a normal mist, the chance of you encountering a foglet is 50-50 or much less even, as there aren't many of them. But if it's a magical fog, there's a foglet there 100%. So how can you tell if the fog is magical? Well, the magical fog is undisturbed by environmental elements like wind. So if you see one, you know there is a foglet somewhere there. Foglets are magical creatures, as they can conjure illusions like fake fog, but it doesn't end there. They lure their victims to the fog by enchanting them. They also have the ability to make apparitions of themselves, usually up to 3, to confuse their opponent. They can also disappear in the fog, technically. I'm sure you have seen them become invisible when fighting them. The thing is, you can't deal damage as long as they are invisible. Based on that, I don't think they just become invisible because even if you don't see something, you can hurt it. They rather change forms. I believe they transfer into their magical form and then reappear into their corporeal form. And how can they do that? Well, it goes back to their origin. Foglets are among the monsters who came with the conjunction of spheres, which means they belong to another realm, a magical realm, as it is stated that they are magical beings. So now let's talk about how they hunt. We already established that foglets use fog to their advantage and use magic to lure their victims into the fog. But that's not all. Foglets emit pale light which attracts travelers into the fog. Then they use it to separate them from each other. As strong as foglets are, they don't necessarily need to attack their prey. Sometimes when people walk into the fog, they get stuck in a trap or swamp itself, and the foglet lets the nature do the rest. Let's hear its Witcher best theory.
If night ever catches you in the swamps, stay put and wait for dawn, even if it means standing waist deep in water with leeches crawling down your trousers. Most important of all, if you see a light in the fog, never, and I mean never, go towards it. Fog is the traveller's foe. In the forest, it can make one lose one's way. At sea, it can send one sailing into the rocks. Yet such dangers are nothing compared to the monsters known as foglets, which sometimes lurk within it. These creatures have powerful arms and claws like Zeracanian Kinjals, yet what makes them truly dangerous is their mastery of deception, beguilement, and disorientation. Many times they need not attack at all, instead simply driving their prey to madness or into boggy marshlands, after which they wait patiently for it to drown in the muddy waters.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe. And until the next time, take care.